All right, welcome everyone to match play here at the 2017 Greater Detroit Open. 12 competitors, 2 groups, A and B. At the end of our 6 games here, 5 games and a position round, the final, we'll have 2 participants into the TV finals of this event. Which will be taped next week at the Ashwaubenon Bowling Alley as part of the Go Bowling Players Championship. After the end of match play, we'll also know who will be in our group step ladders, respective groups A and B as well. And of course, that will take place at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll know our final 2 participants. Good shot there from Rao Mimper. Tanya taking on Daria Payuk. Out of the match currently 31 and 32. CT Rockman taking on Jen Higgins. All right, your leader after earlier's cashier's round was Diana Zavyalova. Shot 300 this morning in the cashier's round. Also shot 298. Verity Crawley was second. Those two, of course, leading their respective groups. .39 oil pattern, or 39-foot oil pattern, excuse me. 25.1 milliliters. If you haven't, be sure to check it out. PWBA.com/live. Or you can go to PWBA.com, click on the results quick link tab. Can't help but see it there. Cannot miss it on the new homepage. While you're there, give a look over to the new design of the PWBA website as well. Jen Higgins out for 4 in a row as we begin things. All right, spare, 4 in a row for Higgins. We'll take a look over at Payuk. Daria opened in the third, surrounded by strikes. Rao Mimper clean through 4. Good shot. Of last year's TV finalists of the Greater Detroit Open, just Rao Mimper, the only 2 make match play here. Lee Jane Sin missed the cashier's round, although she did grab a check. She was in the cashier spot, the last 4 to receive a check this week. Restrepo did compete this morning, missed match play, and Stephanie Johnson has not made her PWBA debut in 2017 after giving birth a few months ago. shot there from Tanya. How about that? Just the spare on camera, but the 210 converted. From C.T. Rockman for her second TV finals appearance. And there is Payuk. Pretty good match brewing on Rockman and Jen Higgins. I'll take you there here momentarily. All right, good spare for Rockman. Raul Mimper, meanwhile, now on a three-bagger. Trouble averted for Rockman off camera. Make it 4 in a row for Raul Mimper. Johnny trying to get out in front here. Ayuk trying to stay within distance. Strike here would certainly help. And a 3-9. Or to Higgins on the strike in the 8th. Best CT can do is shoot 223. And a 10-pin. Open frame off camera for Payuk. Higgins takes care of the spare. she can shut out Rockman here in this match. Still a good shot. Rings a 10, but still in control. And a ringing 10 there from Payuk. I'll bring her max score at most now 212. Sandra Luthold taking on Juliana Franco. Their matches looks like Leanne Holsenberg taking on Verity Crawley. Ramirez Pereira taking on Deandra Asbady. Karen Marcano taking on Diana Zavyalova. All right, that's a win for Jen Higgins. Now Rao Mimper. Nearly the 2-4-5 there for Tanya. She too in control. Good shot off camera for Rockman. It's been an interesting 2 days. We saw some new faces to the Cashers round, which is a good thing, of course, especially for those particular players. For many, I get to see some hard work kind of pay off. And some practice time. Ramirez being one of them. She shot 298 earlier. Very good position to make a TV show. .226 to 220. .226 to 221, the final score between Jen and CT Rockman. And oh boy, trouble. Let's see. Well, she's okay. Tanya will get the win, but that could have been trouble. But she'll take the count. I tell you, kudos to the staff here at Super Bowl, especially those who work in the pizza area. They make pizzas from scratch here at a pizza oven, 2 of them actually, and it was pretty darn good during lunch. course, that means that at 1:23 Eastern Time in the afternoon, that may yield the temptation to take a nap. Obviously, I can't do that. I need a little pick-me-up here with some good food. Generally, what we like to call the itis. As Beatty to our left, big strike through the second shot in the 10th. And she loved it there. Looks like she's going to get a victory over Andrew Ramirez Perea here in game number 1. And a 9-pin, or excuse me, 4-pin. 9 count. 225 to 199. Raum Emperor over Payuk. There in game number 1. All right, so it'll be Raum Emperor moving over to 31 and 32. She'll take on Verity Crawley. Can see the score there. My apologies. All right, brief break. Verity just finished up. Looks like on 43 and 44, so she'll be making her way. Been a fun day. Yesterday was pretty fun too. Some of the high scores we have seen this week. Sandra Luthold just did enough there to get a very close victory, 177 to 175. She defeats Juliana Franco. All right, momentary break in the action, folks. So just hang tight. Leanne Holsenberg and Jen Higgins. Pretty good start for Higgins. Let me take a look at where we left off. Essentially, Jen was 6th at plus 302. Got the early victory over Rockman, who was 22 pins in front of her. Of course, the race to catch Verity Crawley in Group B. Deandra Asbeatty might have a better opportunity catching Zabyalova for the Group A lead and potentially the top overall seed. A couple pairs with low scores. So we'll see how everything turned out here after our Game 1 update of match play. Brandy Remy, the local player, the amateur from Livonia, Michigan, ended up finishing 32nd. Really good tournament for her. Shaidatul Hamidi of Malaysia, 31st. Shannon Pluhowski finished 30th. Kayla Bandy finished 29th. Cheryl Daniels, the USBC Hall of Famer, finished 28th. Summer Jasmine. She finished 27th. Sydney Brummett, a young amateur, of course, from Wichita State, finished 26th. Won the Intercollegiate Singles Championship on the women's side this season. All right, we're all perfect here on 35 and 36 between Higgins and Holstenberg. Maria Jose Rodriguez finished 25th. Linda Barnes finished 24th. Brittany Himmelreich finished 23rd. Getting into the cashers round this week. All right, Holstenberg remains perfect. 8 spare at the third. Split conversion for Higgins. Continuing on with our finishers here. We're going from 32nd on up. Tasha Roslin from Malaysia. This is her first event able to cash. CDB finished 21st, Roslin 22nd. Nicole Trudell finished 20th. Liz Johnson's streak of 5 consecutive TV Finals appearances will end. She finishes 19th. Misses match play just for the second time this season. Rocio Restrepo is 18th. Kelly Kulik 17th. Julie Ochepik, a very good event, was in the match play cut for several games and just fell a little short here. Erin McCarthy finished 15th. Tie for 13th. Josie Ernest Barnes and Sandra Gongora plus 215. All right, after one game, and just like that, wow, you didn't expect that game. From Diana Zavyalova, she shot 137 to open things up, and as you would imagine, of course, obviously moving her back in the pack, Deandra Asbeatty has reclaimed the top spot. She led for a few games qualifying, was in second and third throughout. Essentially second in Group A, coming into match play third overall. Shoots 245, gets the win. She is 48 pins in front of Zavyalova. Angie Ramirez Perea is third at plus 319. Cassandra Luthold fourth at plus 304. Karen Marcano is fifth at plus 268. Juliana Franco sixth at plus 257. Over in Group B, Verity Crawley plus 487. Jen Higgins plus 358. It's going to take a little bit for either player in Group B to hunt or chase Verity Crawley down here. CT Rockman is third at plus 345. Tanya Raumemper in fourth at plus 309. Daria Payuk is fifth at plus 285. Leanne Holsenberg is sixth at plus 203. Nice crowd on hand here at Super Bowl. Let's take you to Verity Crawley. Crawley and a Raumemper. And a 3-6-10 for Crawley. That one's still early. The Higgins-Holsenberg match now in the sixth frame. Players have been able to go left to right on the lanes this week. We've seen some players continue to play them straighter and to the right, for example, like a Karen Marcano, who was doing that a little bit yesterday. Didn't do it as much today as I didn't see. She was going left to right slightly, but still around 11 or 12, for example. I think some players will be able to feel very comfortable with their A games. And 2-8-10 trouble for Higgins. All right, Raumemper, spare it up. Back over to Leanne Holsenberg. She's got a 10 pin to work with here in the eighth. Hulsenberg with the spare. 6-pin lead to the Open in the 7th from Higgins, and here is Jin. And a 7-10. We've seen a lot of those in the pocket this weekend. And I mean a lot. So a 2-8-10 and a pocket 7-10. Good shot. Roundmemper and Crawley just getting to the 6th frame. All right, Leanne's got a chance to shut out Jen Higgins and get a victory. All right, nice shot in the 9th. Hulsenberg was qualified for a group stepladder final way back in week 1. The Cubica AMF PWBA Sonoma County Open. In position round, just overtaken by Kelly Kulik. Good shot. And that'll do it there. Very nice shot from Leanne. Hope everyone is doing well. Appreciate you tuning in, of course, as always. Fun day, fun ride, as it always is. Very nice shot, nicely done from Leanne Hulsenberg. That'll be a very nice win as she tries to make the climb up the Group B standings. All right, very nice 237. Leanne picks up her first win. She'll be 1-1 after a couple. Shot 160 to open up match play. Verity Crawley shot 173 and got a victory. As the leader, boy, that always helps. Let's get a look at Crawley. Pretty good shot. 10 pin off camera for Higgins. And the spare will give her 211. Officially 237, 211. Holstenberg over Higgins. And now after the Greek Church, let's see if Raul Mimper try to get back in this match here. And a 2-pin for Tanya, still searching here. And this is the fresh, if anyone is wondering. Oh, Burn Squad, nothing left over. Tanya getting some advice. Rep Del Ballard. That was a pretty good shot there. Still shoot 200 even, and depending on what happens here with Verity Crawley, still have a chance. Verity, of course, can shut out Tanya. That's a pretty good shot. And so Verity looking to close the door here. 18-pin advantage. there it is. So that trip of the 9 will ensure victory for Verity Crawley, a leader of Group B, now 2-0 in match play. Karen Marcano will take on Deandra Asbeatty on 35 and 36. That is coming up next in Game 3. Important for Raul Mimper here, although she will lose the match. But clearly not happy with her ball reaction at the moment. So this is a very important 10th frame. First shot, a good one for Raul Mimper. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I didn't really see it, so I can't say if it was good. It's a strike, but it may not be what she was looking for. I think Tany's looking for good ball reaction right now. Crawley officially shoots 205. That is definitely not what she's looking for there. Looks like no miss room to the right. Ball just wiggled. All right, 205 to 185. Asbeatty again and Marcano. Zavyalova will be bowling. She will take on Cassandra Luthold on 31 and 32. So a brief little break here. I'll stand by. As Ramirez Perea finishes up with Karen Marcano. That's a low scoring match there. As well, folks, don't forget, if you want to be in the know, get some behind the scenes access and potential for some VIP experiences, be sure to check out the core. For more information, bold.com/the core. Again, bold.com/the core to give you an idea of what you might see. Here's a little sample of what you may get inside the core.
Here we go. This is moving 6 boards right, same shot.
That's got a chance.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Woo!
All right.
Okay. Simple as that, right? 6 board move right. Was that it? 6 boards we moved right?
6
correct?
boards right.
I'm a 1-to-1 40-foot or 42-foot long pattern. So now it's time to kind of do the ultimate ramp up, if you will. And that last shot previously, think about, of course, league, 15 miles an hour, kind of 240 RPM, then jump up to kind of Jason Belmonte positioning, 20 miles an hour, 21 miles an hour, 540 RPMs. You saw the difference just as now the ball hit the pocket. Now, what do we expect when we're talking about close to 30 miles an hour and 700-800 RPMs? If it's anything like what we just saw and more, I think I'm going to take a step back right before the ball is set to enter the pins.
Right.
All right, for more information, again, bold.com/the core. Diana Zavyalova taking on Cassandra Luthold. Karen Marcano and Deandra Asbeatty. Two good, interesting matches here. Looking forward to seeing both. Luthold has bowled very well today. And yesterday, for that matter, as well. All right, scores will be up momentarily. spares, one for each player, Asbeidi and Marcano. Zavyalova. Not sure what she shot in game number 2, but I don't think it was 137. That is what she shot in game number 1 to lose the lead in Group A and the overall lead for the top seed. So some adversity early in match play for DZ3. Living up to her nickname I gave her, or at least that's what I call her. She shot 300 game 1 of the nationwide Sonoma County Open in 2016. Called her DZ3 after that. Shot another 300 today. Went a little bit outside and leaves the 1-2-4. Take you over to Marcano and Asbeidi here momentarily. Both searching just a tad early on. Looks like more of the same here. Well, lost her footing there, did Luthold, but Tin back still looks good on the scoreboard. All right, Luthold up to an early double. Let's check in on Marcano and Asbeidi. Again, game 3 match play. That one is high. She leaves a 3-pin. Here, of course, from Venezuela. He's competed highest levels internationally. Time member. Team Venezuela, 13 international. Rare titles, medals. Shot 300 at the World Championships, actually, in Abu Dhabi. Shot there from Asbeidi. Scores updated online after 20 games total. Zavyalova back on top as Asbady shoots 157 in game 2. So these are Group A standings. Zavyalova plus 483, Asbady plus 445, Angie Ramirez Perea plus 325, Cassandra Luthold plus 307. Liana Franco 60 out of the group step ladder. Karen Marcano is 77 pins out. Verity Crawley in Group B continues to lead. She has the overall lead at the moment. Cynthia Rockman in second at plus 381. Jen Higgins in third at plus 369. Tanya Raubman talked about her looking for some ball reaction after her last game loss. Leanne Holstenberg is fifth, just 24 pins out of the group step ladder. Daria Payuk is sixth in Group B, 52 pins out. Good shot there from Karen. Her and her sister Alicia make a dynamite doubles team. And they have competed together quite often and been very successful at the international levels as well. Of course, Asbady no stranger to international success. Deandra, 60 international medals, and at one point was on Team USA for 15 consecutive years. Won the World Cup, won the World Ranking Masters, of course won a Queen's title in 2012. A golden opportunity for Deandra to get back into a place that she hasn't been in a little bit. That is television. Big time women's event. Oh, get out of there, 9-pin. A good match brewing here on 35 and 36. Off camera, Zavyalova doubles. Right now has a 1-pin lead over Cassandra Luthold. As Luthold steps up in the 7th frame. A 4-pin for Karen. Didn't like it off the hand there. Tried to walk it into the pocket. With no love. Pro-Am tonight. There was one on Thursday night as well here at Super Bowl. fans turning out here in the local Detroit area. Of course, next week, the Go Bowling PWBA Players Championship. And after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really 6 events remaining on the schedule after next week. As Beatty continuing to put a hurting on the pins. Quickly, let's take you over to Avyalova and Luthold. Sandra went spare, as you can see on the scoreboards. Avyalova on a 3-bagger, 8th frame shot, and a 4-pin. Beatty on 5 in a row, looking for 6. Get some help. Fell off just a tad. Ball was on line and headed in the right direction. Be a big game here for Beatty if she can go off the sheet. Trying to catch Zavyalova for the Group A lead. It's Marcano. He's a 6'10". There is Zavyalova. Didn't like it at all. And a 1, 2, 6, 7, 10. Here to see if Diana can make the spare. And oh wow. So that leaves 2-11 on the board. Still a chance for Luthold now. She can get up and win this match here in frames 9 and 10. Marcano, best she can do is shoot 234, which is certainly a good game, but not when you could potentially be looking at 278 on the other side. And Luthold through the nose. And now would need at least a double in the 10th to shut out Zavyalova. Double and 8 for Luthold as Beatty. Meanwhile, left a 3-pin to end her run of 6 consecutive. 9-out would be a winner here in the match, but that's not what she's looking for. And a 2-8. So now Zavyalova back with the chance to win this match. Here's Asbady. Chops the 10 out. That's a winner in the match category, looking for more. Split. He will remain in the 240s. 201 for Luthold. There is a possibility of a tie between Zavyalova and Luthold. To prevent that, a double is what is needed. .246. Nice game for Asbady. And a 4-pin. She cannot win the match outright. The best she could do at this point is tie. Speaking of Zavyalova. Here is Marcano. Important for Karen here to shoot 234, just 77 pins out of 4th place. That was Luthold. At worst, Zavyalova makes the spare. So Luthold could add 30 bonus pins, or she could add 15. The worst she's going to do is add 15. Nice shot there from Marcano. All right, Zavyalova. Strike to tie. Anything less, pretty simple. She will lose this match here. No bonus pins. Three, 6-10. She falls 201 to 198. So Luthold will gain 30 bonus pins. Zavyalova, a chance for a split, leaves a 3-6-10. 246 to 233. Very good match between Marcano and Asbady. So Deandra now will add some major score, of course, to her, or excuse me, her tally. Beg your pardon. Unofficially now at plus 521. And now back on top of Group A, leading Diana Zavyalova by 37 pins. This thing might be a seesaw battle throughout for positioning in Group A. We'll see how Verity Crawley is doing. It's a brief break in the action. Coming up next, Daria Payuk will take on Leanne Hulsenberg on 31 and 32. Andy Ramirez Pereira will take on Diana Zavyalova on 35 and 36. So that is what's upcoming. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one's going to continue to be good. The Group A battle for the lead. We're a Bowl TV on Extra Frame. right, Daria Payuk and Leanne Holstenberg, game 4. Payuk has shot 300 this week. Final game of qualifying, round 2. All right, after 2 early opens, Holstenberg now with 4 in a row. And a 2-8-10 for Payuk in the 6th there. Terrible timing. Oh, Zavialova did not like it. At least it looked like she did. 10 back though. Takes her time. Looking at the approach, and we'll move on to the left lane. Visualizing things for the next time she's there. Doing the same here. Couple practice swings. All right, after 3 games, it's just a 7-pin deficit for Deandra Asbaty. 7-pin advantage for Verity Crawley in the race for the top overall seed. 40 pins the difference between Asbaty and Zavialova in Group A for the right to lead and make automatic spot up to TV. And an open frame for DZ. Back over to Holstenberg after the Payuk Open in the 6th. She struck in the 7th. Now 5 in a row for Leanne Holstenberg. First shot for Angie Ramirez Perea that we've seen on this pair. back over to Holstenberg here. See if she can keep the string alive. Got that one a little wide there. Washout as Ramirez Perea makes the spare. Match play, game 4, Greater Detroit Open. And Holstenberg, a chance right now in a group step ladder final. Open frame. Group B, the standings read Crawley plus 528, Higgins plus 398. She's in second. Rockman in third at plus 375. And Leanne Holstenberg in fourth at plus 348. Daria Payuk is fifth, 49 pins back at plus 299. Tanya Raumemper sixth, plus 285 and 63 pins back. Payuk nice spare. Nice spare. It's a big spare, and it might be a little confidence booster as well. Another 2-8 there for Zavyalova. All right, so here's the match here. Payuk up by 6 pins over Holstenberg. Leanne will finish first. First shot in the 10th is a good one. Open frame. nice one in the 10th for Leanne Holsenberg. So the work will be cut out for Daria. That is how Hall of Famers finish. Needs a double, does Paiute. It's the first one. Ramirez, Perea, and Zavyalova in the 6th frame. Big shot here. Wow. They chop that 10 out of there. All right, needs 5 pins to lock it up. Nice finish for Paiute. Talking about confidence. Strikeout to win, beat a Hall of Famer in the process. Holsenberg trying to stay in the group step ladder. Paiute trying to get into the group step ladder. And a big 4 for Diana Z. Well, DZ3 throwing some shots that we haven't seen her really throw all weekend. A much needed spare, 4-7-10 in the 5th. Missed a 2-8 in the 6th, and now a big 4. DZ going to look for a different piece of equipment. See if that might assist her. Just a 20-pin match, so Zavyalova, she can find quick reaction here. At least put some pressure on Ramirez Perea. And no love on the 10. 10 pin coming up in the 8th frame. Karen Marcano and Juliana Franco up on 31 and 32. That's trouble averted there for Angie. She leads by 20 pins. For Diana Zavyalova. Mentioned the new standings again after 21 games, as Beatty leads Group A over Zavyalova, plus 521 to plus 481. Andrea Ramirez is in third at plus 363 in group step ladder position at the moment. Opportunity here for Ramirez. Close the gap between her and Zavyalova. High flush in the 9th frame. 202. For Ramirez, that is her max score. .182. The max score for Zavyalova. That's a good shot. And that might be the ball that is needed. No break there. At the very least, if Zavyalova were able to strike out, could have been the possibility of a tie. But now the best Diana can do is shoot 162. All right, DZ3 with the look we haven't seen from her. She's bowling extremely well up until this point. bit of adversity. She is not uncommon to that. And because of that, she has now learned and have been through those struggles. And nearly a pocket 710, but it didn't matter at that point. 161 for DZ. As she continues to give pins back here to Group A in the field. It is getting closer and closer to being Andra Asbeatty potentially claiming a TV spot there. Ramirez leaves a 610. This one certainly low scoring. That's going to help everyone in Group A. Wow. 170 to 161. And she gets a victory. All right, Marcano and Franco will be first to go. Crawley and CT Rockman. Crawley and CT Rockman now off and running as well. right, our two matches were the last two to be done. So we should be good on scores at the moment. And there they are. The gap getting more and more apparent at this point, actually. Not too much. In fact, I think it's still 8 pins. The difference is the top overall seed is now flip-flopped. Deandra Asbeatty plus 535 right now would be your top overall seed in Greater Detroit Open. He is 2-2. Their big games have been 245, 246. There was a 157 in there and lost with a 214. So not undefeated in match play, just 62 pins over. But she does have the second highest 4-game block at the moment. Leanne Holsenberg is now second in Group B. Well, let's go over it. Group A has Beatty plus 535 in first. Yalova second plus 442. Angie Ramirez Perea third at plus 363. Cassandra Luthold in fourth at plus 307. Karen Marcano is 20 pins back of fourth at plus 287. Juliana Franco is 29 pins back of fourth in sixth at plus 278. So Group A, still a lot to take place, a lot that could happen. Verity Crawley is in first in Group B at plus 527. Leanne Holsenberg is second at plus 367. Daria Payuk is third at plus 354. Jen Higgins is fourth at plus 352. CT Rockman is fifth at plus 305. Sixth is Tanya Rao-Mimper at plus 287. Rockman 47 pins out of fourth. 65 pins out of fourth is Rao-Mimper. So the gap just that much tighter in Group A. A lot of potential, a lot of scenarios that could go down. Asbeatty could be the top overall seed. At worst, she could get a spot on TV automatically here after match play. Verity Crawley. We'll see her on television here next week on Tuesday. The PWBA Greater, or excuse me, the Fountain Valley Open. But she could earn her second TV spot here. Is on the way to doing so. Has got a pretty comfortable lead in regards to Group B. .160 pins is the lead right now for Crawley in Group B. She leads Leanne Holsenberg. I think Leanne Holsenberg could potentially have one game to return to television really for the first time since 2011. She won the U.S. Women's Open. Franco, early double, 8 spare strike. Marcano has gone open spare strike. Tanya Rao-Mimper taking on Holsenberg here in Game 5 on 27 and 28. She has the front 5. We just talked about how close it was in Group B. Holsenberg second, Rao-Mimper in sixth. 80 pins is the difference. We could see some changes here depending on what Raumemper does. Holstenberg keeping pace, double spare, and striking the fifth. Raumemper has continued to strike. She's got another one in the sixth. After a big double from Holstenberg here, Marcano opening in the fifth. And Juliana Franco with a chance to make some moves here. Franco again 29 pins back. This is a 5-6 matchup. Raumemper now with 7 in a row. Holstenberg looking for 3, and she leaves a flat 10. How about Franco? Flat dime as well. All right, this one halfway through. Crawley and Rockman. Talk about a whoops. I'm chopping. All right. No strikes, which is rare for Verity Crawley. Through 5 frames. Again, her lead. .160. That's a big shot there for Rockman. She is 47 pins back of Higgins. Jen Higgins is in 4th. Position round coming up here. Split in frame number 8 for Holstenberg. 163, I believe, in the 8th. Now Raumemper stepping up. looking for 8 in a row. Rockman, no, on the 9. Marcano with 3 opens in this game. We'll take you there here momentarily. Off camera as well, Raul Mimper. And a late hit on the 7. She's got the front 8. Spare from Rockman. Well, Raul Mimper trying to literally catapult herself potentially into 2nd place in Group B. She could go from 6th to 2nd in just one game. It is possible. Look at Marcano. Can Crawley strike for the first time? She cannot. Verity still looking for her first strike. No major damage here. And sounded like a 7-10. Hopefully it's not. I see a 7-pin there. I think it might be a pocket 7-10. That's been a very common leave, speaking of Raul Mimper. It was indeed the pocket 7-10 in the 9th frame. So max score now for Tanya is 266. Liana Franco helped Colombia to the team gold medal, the PABCON Adult Championships on the women's side last summer. Has already qualified for one TV finals appearance. The Wichita Open has made match play in each event. Now a member of the tour. Prior to this event, not a member. Didn't like that one. Into 3-6-10. All right, Crawley still looking for her first strike. And finally gets one on some nice love there on the 2-pin. That was nearly a 2-8 and they both fell. Big double. Or Rockman. Zavyalova on 39. Big 3-bagger late in the game. She is taking on Deandra Asbetti. That is 1 versus 2 in Group A right now. Look at Marcano, 10-pin. See the score here. Franco in control. shot. This one has certainly turned into a match. Crawley struggling, trying to find the strike zone here. But got a break in the 7th. Best shot of the match in the 8th. And now still within striking distance, just 16 pins down. Here's Marcano. That is high. Hey, just the 610. Crawley now 3 in a row. So Rockman does have the opportunity to shut out. It's a big shot there in the 9th. Strike to potentially lock it up, and boy, the worst break you can get. Well, not her best shot there. If she makes the spare, she can still get to 226. If she gets one, we got 214. And she made it. Big spare for CT. .226 still out there for Rockman. 232 max score for Crawley. So she's going to need a double. 7 on the field, but the spare, big split conversion. We'll put her in position here. 223 for Rockman. Still a double situation here. And a wrapped in. Really good shot. It's a really good game, actually, from Verity Crawley. She won't get the win, but and has searched and figured out something late. Still put herself in position to win the match. unsure what Tanya finished with. We know she had 266 out. So we'll see how things quickly changed, if they did indeed change in Group A. .215 for Juliana Franco. All right, good quality shot to end things. Here, Marcano shoots 172. She falls to Franco, 215, 172. Rockman, 223. And Verity Crawley, 211. All right, that should be it at the moment. 5 games in the books. Position round up. Looks like we've got some bowling. All right, as I say that, there is one match finishing up on 43 and 44. Looks like the final shots for Cassandra Luthold. All right, there is Luthold. You can hear some pins fall. A few hand claps. And she'll have, looks like, one more shot before officially complete with game 5. Tally up the scores for position round.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
All right,
that
that'll do
concludes
it.
5 games of match play. We're going to add up our score sheets here, put them in order. Give us a moment. We'll be back out, and we'll see who will make it to our TV stepladder final and our group stepladder final. So give us just a few moments.
Top 12 announcement, or excuse me, position round. Lanes will be coming up next year. We'll have that for you. This is Bowl TV on Extra Frame.
Again, this woman right here can possibly win tonight for the first time in 5 years. Think we'd see some tears there?
I think so.
Boy, and it's amazing. After 19 years on tour and 18 national titles, 64th career television appearance. Look at that, 54 wins, 50 losses. Oh, what a shot that was. Beautiful. She looks determined. Look at the scoreboard here. In the 9th frame, Marianne Drubo still with a 5-pin lead.
But she cannot shut out Nikki Giannoulias. Best she can shoot is 244. Nikki, because she's working on a double, can still shoot 249.
Oh, packed 9-pin. And having a stone 9-pin show up right in the 10th frame, not what you'd hope to see.
No. With the spare here, she will force Nikki to strike on her first ball in the 10th. Well, this is the shot of 5 years of hard work, game-changing, and about everything a person can do to remain competitive. Needs a strike and 4 pins.
Normally takes a little extra time anyway.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jan. Can you believe it?
Destiny. Talk about destiny.
Absolutely. Oh, my. Wow. I mean, what does Marianne Drubo say after that? She leaves the ninth, and she, you know, you just have to go, it was not meant to be.
There's nothing you can do.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, Nikki Giannoulias is the winner. We will be back to get a few words from the champion.
We're going to start with A group. Your tournament leader at the moment on lanes 35 will be Deandra Asbeatty versus Diana Zavialova. On lanes 39 and 40, we have Angie Ramirez versus Cassandra Luthold. And on 43 and 44, we have Juliana Franco versus Karen Marcano. Now over in the B group, on lane 31 and 32, we have Verity Crawley versus Daria Payok. And on lanes 27 and 28, we have Tanya Ramenper versus Leanne Holsenberg. And on 23 and 24, we have Siti Rockman versus Jennifer Higgins. So ladies, please report to your lanes. And we will start you up with 5 minutes of warm-up. All right, ladies, your lanes are now on for 5 minutes of warm-up.
All right, fans. Be sure to check pwba.com/live. Updated match play results are uploaded. Deandra Asbeatty is the top overall seed. She will take on Diana Zavialova. She leads by She's at plus 547 for Asbaty. Got a 128 pin lead on Zavyalova. And she has all but clinched a spot onto TV, but not over yet, of course, until the last balls certainly have been thrown. Zavyalova, 886 for 5 games. That's the kind of day it's been for her match play. But DZ3 still with an opportunity. Talk about it would be the reverse for her. Bowling well, or excuse me, not bowling well in match play. And this is certainly not bowling well. In other cases, you know, some bad breaks, some tough losses in matches, but she shot 137, buck 60, 170. And still would have a chance to make the show in regards to the group step ladder. And so she will continue to fight for that. Angie Ramirez-Perea is third at plus 374. Cassandra Luthold is plus 373. Juliana Franco, 50 pins out of fifth, plus 323. Karen Marcano, 114 pins out in sixth at plus 259. Verity Crawley leads Group B at plus 538. She is 9 pins behind Deandra Asbaty. So that is, of course, we'll be looking for that. They are bowling next to each other here. Payuk at plus 408. Daria is second. Of course, she's trailing Crawley by 130 pins in that regard. So Crawley really all but locked up a spot on TV as well. Tanya Raumemper at plus 373 is third. She shot 256 to make the jump from sixth to third. Oh, it is bunched up in Group B, folks. Holstenberg at plus 367. CT Rockman at fifth at plus 358. 9 pins out of the group step ladder. Jen Higgins, 48 pins out at plus 319. Wow. Top overall seed is on the line. And for Group B, 3 spots in a group step ladder could be had by 5 people.
But in fifth is Juliana Franco, who's only 50 pins off the group step ladder final. Over in the B group, 2, 3, and 4 is very tight, along with fifth and sixth. They're just out. Anything can happen with a win. Big games, big scores. 9 pins and 48. Very exciting final match here, folks. So how about a great big round of applause as we head into our final position round game of the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. Good luck, ladies.
So for Deandra Asbaty, again, the 2012 USBC Queens winner, a chance to return to television. At this point, she has all but locked that up. But the overall seeding, top overall seed is on the line. 9 pins the difference. And she starts with a 6-10 taking on Diana Zavyalova. I think for DZ3 coming out of this position round here, shot for Zavyalova. We'll have a Crawley and Payuk as well. early. 2-7 for Zabyalova after the opening strike. Pleased to be here with you just after 3:30 Eastern Time here at Super Bowl in Canton, Michigan. Other matches again, Leanne Holstenberg and Tanya Rau-Memper. In Group B, C.T. Rockman and Jennifer Higgins. Down on 23 and 24. And 2-4-5 for Az Beatty. Deandra won the queen. She was still essentially a new mom. Just had one at that point. Jersey was not born yet. Now an opportunity for her, what I'm sure she would say her greatest creations, to watch her return to television. Good shot. Other matches in Group A, Angie Ramirez-Perea and Cassandra Luthold. Juliana Franco taking on Karen Marcano. And Zabyalova. Strike, spare, strike. Verity Crawley has started with the front three. She is taking on good friend Daria Payuk. The Weber trio. Payuk, Crawley, and Zabyalova. All making match play and all with a chance to make TV. See if DZ3 has found the right equipment at this point. It's a big double. Again, 9 pins is the difference between Crawley and Az Beatty. Deandra will go first. Oh my. That was almost quite brutal. It still is brutal. Almost even uglier. A shot there from Payuk. Az Beatty left the 2-4-7-10. First shot, first strike of the match for Payuk. In Group A, Karen Marcano, the only player without a real chance here. Open frame for Az Beatty. Crawley. She has 4 in a row. out shot. Trouble for Crawley there. Oh, DZ3. Well, she could certainly use a break. It's been a rough match play for her. And kind of no way around it. Came into match play after the cashier's round at plus 503, now at plus 419. No count on that split from Crawley. So open frame in the fifth. There are the shots that Zavyalova had essentially patented almost the entire weekend. Shooting 300, 298. There's another player who shot 300, Daria Payuk. You see the physical game. Got a very good look at it there, what she does at the bottom of the swing. Back over to Asbady. Maps at 10. Pretty good shot. For Deandra, that's kind of right where she belongs. Right in the mix, in the thick of things here. Battling for the top overall seed at the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. .28 the spare for Payuk. And the spare for Zavyalova. Looking around, looks like every match, for the most part, 35 and 36 already into the seventh frame here. Looks like 23 and 24 are into the seventh frame. Other matches are completing the fifth. Payuk first. Uh-oh. Three, 6, 9, 10 trouble. Spare coming up. Six, 9, 10 converted. All to Crawley, who has the early advantage at this point. Basically, Crawley versus Asbady for the top overall spot. Wow. 8 pin for Verity. Man, oh man. Just left a few of those this week too. Zavyalova. I got 5 on it. 5 in a row for Zavyalova. strikes being thrown from Zavyalova here, so this match is kind of moving at a faster pace than some others. And an 8-pin there. Wow, 8-pin city. See if anyone in danger. Well, Group B is just so close. You have to be watching every shot and every frame down there. All right, 4-7-10 for Verity Crawley. Yalova made this a game ago. Leanne Holstenberg strikes in the 7th. She's got a slight lead over Tanya Rao-Mimper. Crawley can still get to 230. As Beatty, her third strike of the game. No doubles as of yet. Can get to 209. A win at this stage for Crawley, considering where she can still get to. Lock up that spot, no doubt. As Beatty trailing, of course, Zavyalova here. DZ already in a very comfortable position. And the 10 goes, which is helpful. All right, this one all but over. There's Payuk. Deandra can only get to 189 just with pins here. Zavyalova will win the match and get the 30 bonus spins. Crawley in a 7-pin match over there, but you'll see certainly what will take place. And an open frame for Payuk. There it is for DZ. We won't say too little too late because she'll still have an opportunity by way of the group step ladder. But it will not be enough to catch Deandra Asbeatty. That's a good shot from Crawley. Nice game for Diana. She'll get to plus 497. .210 there. As Beatty. It's a big shot. Crawley splits in the 9th. That one's still a match and of utter importance. And folks, unfortunately, I can't see any other scores at the moment. I had to lean on a tournament director. Crawley did make the spare. 7-pin for Asbeidi. Sandra Luthold looks like she strikes in the 10th. Spare for Deandra. Oh, Payuk. He's got to be careful here. Leanne Holsenberg looks like a double in the 10th. She's going to get into the 2 teens. Raul Memper won't be able to beat her. Can't see Leanne score, but she will get a win. I'll add 30. She's in the 2 teens. That'll at least be 40 pins added to her score. Payuk needs a good finish here to ensure that she will be okay. Asbeidi unofficially finishes with at plus 526 unofficially. Looks like Raul Memper can shoot 170 odd. That was a big shot for Daria again, just on the strength of not knowing. Jen Higgins, for example, CT Rockman finished with. Looks like Luthold will be she's going to get a win over Andrea Ramirez, is going to get in the group step ladder. Payuk, best she can do now is shoot 182. And with the pins, good count here. Crawley will get the win and the bonus pins to be the number 1 seed. Payuk unofficially at plus 390. Memper may have shot 166. I can't tell from here. Ramirez shot 176. And Verity Crawley will be the number 1 seed for the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. Deandra Asbeidi will be the number 2 seed. final match to be complete here. Nice shot. She'll make her second TV appearance of the season. The first you'll see on Tuesday, the PWBA Fountain Valley Open, CBS Sports Network, 8 p.m. Eastern. Unsure what Juliana Franco shot. It's possible she could have done enough to pass Angie Ramirez. Same thing with Leanne Holsenberg, although her 211 and bonus should be enough to get her in. It's going to be between Payuk, Raumemper, and Rockman, along with Higgins. Unsure what Higgins and Rockman shot. There it is, the embrace of friends. 209 to 182, the number 1 seed, Verity Crawley. All right, folks, and we'll sign off now. Appreciate you tuning in, all of your viewership. It's been a fun week. Of course, group step ladders coming up at 5 p.m. Hang tight. You'll get to see who else made it, just like we will. Only questions, of course, what happened at the end of Group B. Some scores out of our viewing range. And so we will find out shortly. But Verity Crawley, your number 1 seed. Deandra Asbeatty, your number 2 seed. Congrats to them both. And so on behalf of our entire PWBA staff and everyone involved, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Don't forget, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Group Step Ladder Finals will begin. Bold TV on Extra Frame, the PWBA Greater Detroit Open. So the players will turn in their score sheets. to Neil Milligan will announce
how about a great big round of applause
all of
for
our
all our
finalists.
finalists today. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you your finalists for our group stepladder as well as our television show. Your tournament leader from Group B and the top seed for the show, please put your hands together. From England, Verity Crawley. Leading Group A, how about a great big round of applause for Deandra Asbeatty. She will be the number 2 seed for our TV stepladder finals. Now for our group stepladder finals that will begin at 5 p.m. We'll start with Group A. The number 4 qualifier from Colombia, Juliana Franco. Her opponent in the opening match will be our number 3 qualifier, Cassandra Luthold. And the winner of that match will go on to face our number 2 qualifier, Diana Zavialova. Now over in Group B, the number 4 qualifier from Poland, Daria Payok. Her opponent in the opening match will be the number 3 qualifier from Malaysia, Siti Rahman. And the winner of that match will go on to meet our number 2 qualifier, Leanne Holsenberg. These are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen. One more round of applause for all of them. Congratulations. The group stepladder finals for the PWBA Detroit Open will begin at 5 o'clock. So in about 1 hour, the ladies will start their first match.